As I use the specific vernacular, I am reminded of the story of the Moses in the Bible. He was a very reluctant leader. He did not seek after it, but was chosen for it. God used him to lead 1,000,000 Israelites out of Egypt after 400 years of captivity and slavery into a life of freedom from tyranny and servitude. Now, can you imagine leading a group of people for 400 years? Wow. I have studied this part of the Bible. As I have worked to become a better leader, I have had times when I felt that I needed to stop pursuing leadership. I should just sit back, take the easy road, and stop trying to lead. But this story alone continues to inspire and teach me the value and the importance of a heart-led leader. As the story goes, Moses led 1,000,000 people out of Egypt on a journey to a land that was promised to them by God. This was a difficult journey. There were dangers behind and dangers ahead. There were people to care for and problems to solve along the way. Without the leadership of one man, it was doomed to fall apart at any second. There was a time when Moses needed to leave the group to commune with and hear from the Lord. He went up to the mountain to pray and hear from God. Prior to him leaving, the Israelites were on track, moving forward, aligned in purpose, and feeling positive about the future. In the short time Moses was away for 40 days, they lost focus, fell back into old patterns, longed to be back under the Egyptian rule, and fearfully grumbled and complained about their newfound freedom. Upon his return to the tribe, his leadership alone helped get everyone back on track by moving forward and becoming a group that was serving one another again. People need good, heart-led leaders. Moses led not out of selfish ambition, but from a calling to empower and serve others. Good leadership is so especially important and needed. It is why I stay the course. I feel led to serve and empower as many others as I can. I feel called to help people step into their place of God-given leadership, so I keep going. I've listened to many pieces of training from a variety of incredible leaders about leading from the front or leading from the back. It is my opinion that in this unique profession, we must do both simultaneously. Anything less will not allow for the type of leadership development that is possible. Leading from the front is all about you. You are a living, breathing example of what your team is to replicate. Your actions show the way. You are walking the path for others to follow. They need only watch your actions and emulate them to find success. There is no need for you to talk because your actions are not only proof, they are the tracks for your team to run on. I have already shared with you how incredibly important it is for your actions to be aligned with what you say. A big part of hearted leadership is character. To me, it is the main thing. When you are authentic as a person, so then will your leadership be. You are the person who always shows up to calls and events. You are the person who continues to bring in new people to the team and then develop them into new emerging leaders. You are the one who talks about and promotes the contests and incentives. You are the most positive person on the team. You are recognizing and edifying other team members. You are continuing to earn ranks and promotions. Leading from the front means that the person you are and your actions serve as the example of everyone else to follow. And I see Amanda has joined us. Hey, Amanda, how are you, girl? We're reading the last chapter of the Residual Life, and we're talking about leadership. And as I was reading these first few paragraphs, to be honest, Amanda, I was thinking about you and your incredible leadership skills. Leading from the back is a little different. These leaders are doing their best to leave no man behind. There is a strong emphasis on developing the emerging leaders on your team. You are focusing on working within your team to intentionally support and help people move up the ranks, earn commissions, and rank advance. I have heard people say, I haven't had time to work on my own business because I've been helping the team. This is the wrong way of thinking. When you serve your team in this way, you are working your own business. There is so much value in helping the people on your team to move their business forward. The only way to have security on your team is by having a number of leaders who are all earning money as well. Leading from the back allows for mentoring and skill development. You want to see your teams advance their skills, and you are creating opportunities for them to do just that. You are gently nudging them in a forward motion to stretch themselves to the next level. You are coaching people. This means asking the team members to speak on calls, having them train on a subject they excel at, or asking them to speak in front of the room at trainings and events. It's also asking them to step up and take a more active leadership role at events, as well as the hosting events. Over the years, I have found that most people just need a gentle push and some heartfelt encouragement to step into a bigger role. As a leader, your job is to believe more in people than you believe in themselves. I'm going to check over here. I got some more messages from Amanda. Good news, Sensi's customer gained today. Oh, awesome. Celebrate, Amanda. Woohoo! That's awesome. You're such an incredible entrepreneur, Amanda. It seems to me that in most cases, a leader tends to gravitate more toward one or the other, leading from the front or leading from the back. The best type of network marketing leadership does both. And how do you balance it? It isn't really about balance. There will be times that you are enrolling a new group. Let's call it the class of whatever year you want to put in there, that you'll be investing time with. Sometimes you'll have both going on at the same time and you'll feel extra busy. This is an extremely exciting thing when it happens. It means that you're beginning to have momentum. Do not allow that overwhelming feeling to step in and slow you down to this point. Just know having systems on your team is so wildly important. With good systems in place, you can easily handle both leading from the front and leading from the back at the same time. A well-balanced leader is both a walking, talking example and great at developing new leaders. This combination will help you build a solid team of leaders who build leaders who build leaders. Your deepest desire is that this will replicate down into the depths of your team. And that's the truth. Leaders build leaders. As a leader, your job is to continue to grow. Craig Gosheth says, when the leader gets better, the entire team gets better. I wholeheartedly believe this. You must continue to stretch and grow as a leader. Invest in your growth. Read books, take courses, stay in groups of people who are better and smarter than you. In my career, I have often asked other top leaders if I could pick their brains. I wanted to hear what they had done, what type of person they are, what worked for them, and what didn't work. Most people are open, and if you have the courage to ask, they will give it to you. They will give you the time. You cannot expect your teams to value personal development if you don't value it. And remember, personal development will always be a key factor in raising your level of influence. On our team, we have a monthly book club where the leaders will all read the same book at the same time. This is a fun way to open great discussions and bring new people into the conversations by asking them to share what they have learned from the book. We also do weekly and monthly challenges, of which many are based in some area of personal development. We know the value of growing as a person and how that translates into growing as a leader. I can look back on my journey and see that I have grown and changed a lot over the years. I know that for me to continue to get results, I must continue to evolve. I know that I cannot be the same person this year if I expect to get different results. The same goes for you. So what will you do differently this year to grow yourself so that you can get different results? Leadership is about serving. Though most people feel being the team leader is glamorous, I want you to know that is not about that. The leader does so much more. The leader plans and prepares the calls. The leader plans and prepares events for the team. The leader spends hours putting things in place for their team just to show up and engage. The leader is the first to arrive and the last to leave. The leader gladly takes on tasks so the team doesn't have to. The leader opens and spends the most money on team incentives, team dinners, recognition, and rewards. These people are willing to go that extra mile all the time just because of who they are. They are not looking for kudos, accolades, or recognition for it. They are serving their team out of love and the desire to see people reach their goals, have a great experience, feel valued, and have everything they need to do that. The leader often earns more than other people in the team, but these servant leaders have truly earned it. There are many things done in private for the team that doesn't get talked about or mentioned. They just appear for the team. No more comments. Leaders are the most consistent people on the team. They're people everyone can trust. They are the ones that people can count on to be there. They are the one people know that they can call on for questions. Leaders become such a staple that if they don't show up, people think something is wrong. It is felt when their presence is missing. Leaders are optimistic. They never stop casting a vision. They cast a vision for the future. They cast a vision for the company or team promotions. They cast a vision for earning freedom through income. They cast a vision for a better life through the products. They cast a vision for the calls. They cast a vision for events. They cast a vision for event leading. They cast a vision for growth. They never stop painting beautiful word pictures for their teams. The energy of the leader raises the energy of the whole team. They are excited and excitable. They make everyone feel it up, lifted up, and energized. I'm going to take a drink of water here. Sorry about that. Leaders are truth tellers. Truth is one of my highest values. I cannot deal with lies or disgenuine people. As a leader, I am not serving my team by not telling them the truth. Please do not see this as permission to light someone up or rip into them. This is not what I'm saying. What I am saying is that a leader is investing in your growth. If they see something that may need adjusting or improving, it is their responsibility to share that information with love and passion. I am so invested in someone's growth, and I care so much about seeing them reach their goals that I cannot stand by and watch them do things or behave in ways that are not serving their goals. I will ask someone if I may coach them or give them some feedback. And if they say yes, I am truthful and compassionate. My goal is always for progress and growth and to help someone get to the next level. Leaders are fully immersed and engaged. They are always fully participating. They don't sit on the sidelines or down on the field. They are down on the field in action. Leaders lose credibility when they do not know what's going on and when they're not participating. You cannot tell your teams to show up on calls and not be there yourself. As a leader, you are an example of engagement and participation in social media calls and events. You are everywhere all the time. And that, that's one thing that I get confused about is all these network marketers that are in multiple opportunities. How do they keep up with everything they have to do if each opportunity is different? That's crazy. Leadership is not always pretty. Are you ready for this? I'm going to share some of the harder parts that are not often talked about or shared in mixed companies. However, I am all about being fully authentic, so I cannot write a chapter on leadership without including this too. Leaders take a stand. They put themselves in a position on the front lines. Leaders are the first ones to take on the arrows. And what are the arrows, you ask? The arrows are opinions, criticism, talking behind your back, people bad-mouthing you, people trying to undermine you, people complaining about you and your leadership, people telling you that you aren't doing enough, and people flat out being negative. I have yet to have met a true leader in this profession at any level who has not endured these arrows. Sorry. I was listening to a podcast recently by Lisa Tickhurst, a multiple best-selling author, and she said, if you're not taking arrows, then you're not leading. Sorry, guys. I am sad to say this is part of the package. A long time ago, after attending my very first company convention, one of my team members, who was someone that I considered a leader, asked her if she could talk with me. Without hesitation, I said, yes, of course. I was eager to talk and strategize. I was feeling the post-event high that comes after a remarkable few days at a big event. I was filled up and ready to take on the world. We had been in the company less than a year and had already achieved some incredible success. And I knew that after the event, she must have felt the same excitement and anticipation that I did. When we met, my eyes were sparkling with joy and vision. And we sat down, she began to cry. For the next hour, she berated me and complained about all the things that I had not done for her, how I had wronged her, how disappointed she was with me as a leader. I wasn't only shocked, I was crushed. She and I had enrolled only one day apart. I was new to the company, just as she was. I was learning about everything in real time at the same time that she was. By the time we reached this convention, Bobby and I had begun implementing systems for the team and retraining them regularly. However, when she and I got started, none of those things were in place yet. She passionately expressed her feelings to me about how I had not trained her properly and how she had paid the price for my lack of knowledge. I felt that I needed to defend myself and explain to her that we had both started just one day apart and that I was learning everything about the new company with her at the same time. I wanted to blast her back, but I didn't. I took a deep breath and conveyed my sincere apologies. I asked her if we could start again and promised to train her with the team systems we now had in place. I asked if she would forgive me. This is just one example of the many times I have been blasted as a leader. I don't want this to discourage you, but you must be willing to take massive arrows sometimes if you want to have a massive business. How have I survived? Thick skin, soft heart. It takes a very thick skin to be a leader. So many people feel it is their duty to share their opinions and dissatisfactions with you. They are all too eager to tell you the variety of the ways you're doing things wrong. A thick skin is one in which you do not allow those options to create doubt, those opinions to create doubt for you, for who you are and what you do. A thick skin will protect you from harmful words and actions from others, like water running off a duck's feathers. A thick skin allows words to be heard, then allow them to just fade away. Trust me, this is a learned skill. It has taken me years to develop, and truthfully, I am still developing it. Thick skin, soft heart. A soft heart is a little bit harder to develop. Your natural defense mechanisms will want to create bitterness and anger. You will want to defend yourself against the offenses thrown your way. A soft heart is all about grace, offering forgiveness even if it wasn't warranted. A soft heart is humble and tries to make amends with others who fear they have been wronged. Even if you don't think you've been wronged, a soft heart refuses to be angry and instead offers compassion. A soft heart allows others to make mistakes, be pardoned for them, and joyfully move forward. Thick skin, soft heart. This skill will be tested again and again, but it will truly serve you well, not just in your business, but also in other areas of your life. This is not about being a doormat or being abused. No one should ever be allowed to treat you or anyone else that way. It's about grace and strength all the time. Black eyeliner. When I worked in the salon all those years ago, we used to say it was time to put on black eyeliner. Whenever there was one of those days where we needed to have a little extra grit, there will be days when you need to put on black eyeliner in your business. You will need to dig deep for strength when someone has wronged you. You cannot build a giant business with a massive network of people and have zero conflicts arise. I think just knowing that this happens is so important. Many people are completely blindsided if something happens. The fact of the matter is, it just will. Not if, but when. Sometimes people will blame you for their inability to grow personally. They will blame the leader if they cannot grow their business. They will blame the leader if things shift or change in their business. It is much easier to blame the leader than it is to look in the mirror and take responsibility for their actions or lack thereof. Sometimes they will lash out at the leader because of jealousy. Sometimes there will be no reason at all. People are all imperfect. Hey, Ritzel, how are ya? Good to see ya. I'm reading the last chapter on the residual life, which is on leadership. People are all imperfect. We all make mistakes. We come with baggage and issues. We are in a business of growth, and stretching and progress can sometimes be painful. Sadly, when people are hurting, they take that hurt out on other people. Sometimes people will lash out at the leader and accuse them of issues that are just a reflection of their hangups. You will need to rise above all of it. You will need the support and encouragement of others who know you. You will need to remind yourself who you would be if you weren't who you are. It will pass. Be a beacon of forgiveness, strength, and love. Don't become embittered and angry. It will not serve you, even if it feels right in the moment. Keep going. Always remember, you were made to do hard things. Don't ever let someone else dim the light that shines through you. And lastly, leadership is your ability to influence other people. Use your powers for good and not for evil. I have always believed that one person can change the world. Yes, that means you too. It starts with us. Who we are and how we impact the world around us matters. Yes, I know it is just a network marketing business, but it is so much more. It is your chance to make a mark on this world through the lives of those you influence, one person at a time. What do you want the world to look like? Be the change, be the example, begin the movement. Your impact may seem small at the beginning, but the ripple effect of the lives you touch can go on forever. Use it well, serve others well, lead well, love a lot, and don't forget to laugh along the way. And she closes it with this remark. Your impact may seem small at the beginning, but the ripple effect of the lives you touch can go on forever. So thank you, everybody, for joining me on this reading. I appreciate your time. And this has been really a very informational book. And I hope that those of you who have not had a chance to read it in the group with me or come back and listen to the replays, I hope you will do that.